Chrissie Swan Show.
Hello and good afternoon to you, Jack Charles.
Good afternoon on the best day of the week.
It's a pleasure to see you. You feeling better? You were a bit under the weather yesterday.
I know I am. I'm like at 70%, I'd say.
Did you go to Priceline and fill in the shopping list I gave you?
I did, but there was one item I couldn't find.
What was it?
The magnesium.
The magnesium, yes. It's hard to find, but as long as you've got the vitamin C...
I did.
And the Hydrolyte Sports.
The
you will
Sports Hydrolyte.
This is why you're looking so good. Of course, this whole show would not be able to be broadcast without the loving arms, the tender loving arms of Priceline Pharmacy. We've got a huge show for you. I'm going to take you through what's going on in my bedroom.
Hello.
That sounds a lot saucier than it is, let me tell you. I'll leave you hanging, actually. I won't give away too many details there, but you're going to love it, Jack.
Okay, great.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Chrissie's Clickbait.
Here's a little question for you, Jack. Do you know what my favourite film of all time is?
I want to pretend for the sake of radio here, but I know you too well that I know it's Willy Wonka.
It is. It is the original one with Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm coming from a top tier level fandom here.
Yeah.
I think that movie is perfect, right? In every way. So I was not very happy when it was remade with the creepiest Wonka ever, Johnny Depp.
Okay, I'm going to not say what I was about to say.
What?
That was the first movie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp, I ever saw in the cinema, and I love it.
Do you?
Yeah. I appreciate that Willy Wonka is the OG and probably better, but I kind of liked Johnny Depp in Charlie and the Chocolate
all right.
Factory.
I thought he was creepy, but again...
You're like...
Yeah, I'm hardcore.
Yeah.
Like one of my favourite songs of all time is this Pure Imagination. To me, it is just magical.
It is amazing.
I want it played at my funeral. I want it played at... That's the only big occasion I've got. That's the only big occasion I've got coming up.
I just saw the word cloud come out of your brain. You try to think of what else is going on in life.
That's it. That's the next party I'm going to. Anyway, there you go. I want that at my funeral. So I was very interested in this headline. It brings me extreme displeasure to announce Hugh Grant is playing an Oompa Loompa in the new Wonka movie. A, do we really need a new Wonka movie?
We don't.
As perfect as Timothée Chalamet is physically to play Willy Wonka, sometimes you don't have to do something just because it's there.
Agreed.
You know?
And same goes with Hugh Grant.
I know, but it's just bizarre casting. The least, Bill Murray, maybe. I don't know. It's just like Hugh Grant and an Oompa Loompa.
Is it also, would he be insulted by that role? Because that's not really a lead role.
No,
an Oompa Loompa.
I think, look, in fairness to Hugh Grant, I think he's the lead Oompa Loompa.
Okay. So they'll obviously highlight and spotlight him a bit.
He's the top shelf Oompa Loompa. But Oompa Loompas originally don't even speak. They just sing.
Yeah.
So I've heard Hugh Grant sing. Another reason I'm not looking forward to this role. Now, here is another headline that caught my attention. I was kicked out of a supermarket over my shorts. Fair enough. A woman's worn this tiny, tiny little pair of shorts, and I think it looks like she's either had bottom augmentation or she's got a really great, juicy peach of an ass.
That's a Brazilian butt lift for sure.
I reckon it is too. But she's got them all out there. Woof! The peach emoji comes to mind. And do you know what? She's allowed to. She's allowed to wear whatever she wants, and that's fine. But she says that she was kicked out of... it was a Bunnings, or was it the equivalent of Bunnings in America? Oh, a supermarket.
It looks like a supermarket. It almost looks like a Costco vibe.
Yeah, it does look like a Costco vibe. So she's been kicked out of that supermarket. As she says, she's a victim of hot phobia.
What an excuse.
Which is one of my pet hates. There was an article actually doing the rounds yesterday that I heard on Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel.
Yeah.
Where a girl had said that, no one asks her out because she's too hot. And I just, every time I see that or hear that, I'm sorry, that doesn't exist.
No, you're just a dickhead.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what it is.
I just don't think. And what sort of, what happened to you that makes you think that no one wants to hang out with you because you're too beautiful?
Yeah.
It might be, and there's no dispute that no one wants to hang out with you. I'll believe you on that. But is it because your personality stinks?
I'm thinking
Is
that you're
it?
spot
Is it
on.
because you're obsessed with the way you look? Is it because you've been told your whole life that you're so gorgeous that you've never had to put in any effort to your personality? Have you read a book? Just questioning that. So I don't think she should have been kicked out, but I can assure you, woman, we're not scared of how hot you are.
The Chrissie Swan Show. For beauty, health, wellness, and advice you can count on, visit Priceline Pharmacy. Priceline has a massive range of brands at great prices. Whatever you're after, you'll find it at Priceline Pharmacy.
Hurry into your nearest Priceline pharmacy or check out priceline.com.au.
Swan's sweeping statements.
I've got a good one that you're going to disagree with. If you've got an unpopular opinion, something that you've been harbouring that you feel will make you deeply, deeply unpopular, we want to hear it. But here is my unpopular opinion, Jack.
Yeah.
And I'll die on this hill. I think you don't need alcohol
Oh, here we go.
to have a good time. And I believe that 100%. No exceptions.
It's a different type. I'm trying to understand and reason with you. It's a different type of fun though. So when people say that, I appreciate we can still do this together, right?
Yeah.
And have heaps of fun and be sober
Yes.
most of the time. And then when you're out with your mates,
you're hit and miss on that, let me tell you.
when you're out with your mates at the pub though, it's a different kind of fun drinking.
Have you ever done it? Have you ever been out with your friends to an establishment that sells alcohol and not had it?
Nah, because I'd stay home.
Because it's not fun.
No, it's not fun.
I can tell you it is fun. It is fun. You can do it. It's still fun.
But don't you think it's a different type of fun? Like the feeling of...
Yeah, I'll tell you what a different type of fun is. You the next morning versus me the next morning.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Swan's sweeping statements.
Yeah, what's your unpopular opinion? Mine, I've already forgotten. Oh, it is that you... Too much gin. That you don't need to be drunk to have a good time, and I'm living proof of that. Over 2 years. I mean, I've had a very terrible time. But no, it's the best thing I ever did, and it takes a while to get used to.
Yeah.
And I do leave things a lot earlier than I used to. You know that.
And you do. Which
But
I get.
I still have fun.
You still have fun, and being around drunk people would get annoying. I'm just such a night owl that I'd find it hard to leave early because I love the night. You know what I mean?
But that's because you're drunk.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that's my sweeping statement. What is yours, Nicole? Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Chrissie. How are you?
Good, darling. What is your sweeping statement, your unpopular opinion?
Oh, it's my opinion, but it makes me very unpopular, is these days parents that have attachments to prams for their phones and tablets, it should be an invention that was never invented.
So is this, because my kids are so much older, so you've got your bugaboo or whatever, and is there like an add-on thing that you can put on it, like a cup holder?
Like a cradle, like you have in your car.
Exactly right. It's so that you can attach your phone or tablet to the pram, and it's literally in front of the child's face, so you don't have to be a parent because the phone and tablet's doing it for you.
Oh, Nicole.
Mamma mia, won't like
This
this.
is a deeply unpopular opinion.
It is, I know.
Do you have kids?
I do. I've got 3.
And they don't have devices?
We've got devices purely for things like decodable readers when they're at school. It's like a program that they use through the schools to learn to read.
Oh, my God, you're a
but
miracle.
outside of that, no, we do not. My kids have never touched my phone, and we do not do tablet time.
Oh, my
Sounds
God,
like the army.
Nicole, this is amazing. You are a rare beast. And the rules of this is that there will be no fighting.
There will be no fighting. And Nicole, we're going to send you a double pass to Air, which is in cinemas now.
Nicole, you'll love that.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you. Brilliant.
It's really great, but it is nearly 2 hours, so you might have to give your kids an iPad. Linda, what is your unpopular opinion, your sweeping statement?
Hi there, Chrissie.
Hi.
Jack. Just to set the scene, I just had eggplant parmigiana for lunch. Looking at that sad, sloppy, tragic meal that was my lunch, I realised eggplant has nothing. I mean, nothing for it. I thought it's tasteless. It's got a horrible slimy texture. It's got gritty seeds. It's just awful.
You are deeply eggplantist.
Well, yes. It's a fruit pretending to be a vegetable.
But you've
with a
got to
stupid
admit,
fake French name.
you've got to admit, Linda, it doesn't make the best Parmigiana. Obviously, the chicken does, but it is one of the greatest
should be allowed.
emojis. It's one of the greatest emojis of all time.
That's what I realised. You're so right, Chrissy. It can be the only purpose that eggplant offers us is as an emoji, which I might add is vastly superior to the limp specimens you see in supermarkets.
You are a saucy devil, Linda. I love it.
A double pass to air in cinemas now for you, Linda. I think the eggplant's probably one of Linda's top emojis. from that phone call.
100%. She's a dirty bird. Hayley, what is your sweeping statement?
So I really, really like licorice ice cream, and I think it is the best ice cream flavour known to man.
Wow, Hayley, you know what? I don't think I've ever tried licorice ice cream, and I love licorice.
It's so worth it. It is so good.
Where can I get some, Jack? Can you buy it from the supermarket, or is it only a shop one?
It's really hard to get. Like, I can only get it at a couple of particular ice cream shops near me.
Surely like a Messina or a Piccolina, those fancy sort of gelati ice cream shops would have it.
Piccolina most certainly does not. And I'm gonna track that down, Hayley. What is your favourite licorice while I've got you? Is it the soft Darrell one?
I prefer bullets. So it's the Darrell Lee bullet, the chocolate bullet.
A fine sweet. What are we giving Hayley?
Priceline Pharmacy voucher for Hayley. And really quickly, Sharon, what is your sweeping statement?
Sharon, give it to us.
That Taylor Swift is the most overrated artist.
Hang up on her. Get rid of that woman.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Now I seek your counsel, dear listener. So I am an ambassador for Food Bank, which is a brilliant charity that helps people that can't put food on the table, which is more people than you would ever imagine and more people than ever before.
I was about to say right now the demand's like never before.
More than COVID. More than during COVID.
Crazy and really sad.
People can't. And they're an extraordinary operation, so generous, staffed by wonderful people. I just love doing what I can.
They're amazing.
Yeah, love it. They've asked me to do something and I have a terrible block and now the deadline is tomorrow.
Okay.
And you know what I'm like? Terrible at turning things around that I've got a block on.
Do you have to cook like 100 cakes or something?
No, I could do that. This is a design thing and I'm
Master
not.
Chef would say otherwise, but sure.
That's true. First one out. So they're going to do a fundraising spatula, which is a gorgeous idea.
Cool.
The spatula is king of kitchen utensils.
Everyone needs one.
Everyone needs one. And, you know, a portion or maybe all of the money sold from these amazing spatulas go to Food Bank, helping people that you might even live next door to. It might be you, actually. So I'm all for it. But I've had 3 weeks to come up with a design for this spatula. And I cannot think of a single thing. It doesn't help that I can't even draw a stick figure. I've got not one artistic bone in my body.
By design, are we talking like, are we changing the shape of the spatula or anything? Or no, is it like the actual print or colour and pattern?
Okay, so it's a white spatula.
Okay.
And then I draw something and they print it on. Sort of like what you did at school when you did a little picture and it came back on a plate. It's like that. Now, Ben Shuri's an amazing restaurateur. He's done one. Hamish Blake, he's done one. And it's just going to be amazing. Like probably Lego or something Japanese because he's just been in Tokyo. It'll be so stylish.
Zoe will probably help and add a cheap little touch.
I don't know what to do. And before you ask me, no, my kids can't draw either. So my question to you is this. I really want to get this done. I have no ideas and no skills.
Okay.
So knowing those 2 things, I can't draw anything. So I thought, I'll put corgis on it. I can't draw a corgi. I can't draw a corgi. I can't draw anything.
I feel like as well, we need something kind of broad and cool that's like very you. A corgi's you, but I don't know. I feel like we could make this really cool.
I would love it to be really cool. I would love it to sell off the hook and make so much money for this incredible charity, Food Bank. But I have no ideas.
Okay.
I seek your counsel.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
I seek your counsel. I've got to design a spatula for my favourite charity, Food Bank. and I have no ideas, and it's due tomorrow. Like my 14-year-old son much?
I know.
God, Michael, what am I going to do on this thing? Given the parameters are, I have no ideas and I have no ability to draw anything. Go.
Oh, I was thinking you couldn't do anything better than a beautiful swan. That's a pretty simple one to draw with bright red lipstick on and a really cool set of headphones. And then underneath, serving up the love.
Serving up the love.
That's nice.
Hey, look what I just... Michael, I just Googled a swan. I just Googled... I just doodled a swan, Michael, and it works.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to ruin it with headphones and stuff, but that is absolutely duly noted. Thank you, Michael.
What about a swan with your, like, iconic signature hoops?
The hoops.
And a red lip. I like that.
You know what
That's
they say
Michael.
about the bigger the hoop?
I do.
Steph, what am I doing?
Hi, Chrissie. How are you?
I'm so good. Please help me.
I was thinking if it's a white spatula, then having like two hands reaching out for each other with a red love heart in the middle, because it's the love of the charity, it's the love of other people giving, and it's just, I've used these things before and it's a really good cause. Like, it helped my family out a lot.
How amazing are they? The reason Jack is laughing is because I've also doodled that
Steph, that is a beautiful suggestion, and I think that would look great. But if you have seen the hands Chrissie has just attempted to draw, I don't think anyone should ever have to see that on a spatula.
You know, and not many people know that hands only have 4 digits on them, not 5.
It's not about how you draw, though. It's about what you're doing. I
could do that, and then I could put one of my favourite quotes under it. Riddle me this, Steph. What do you think of this? I'll just get it up, because one of my favourite quotes about cooking, which of course is what the spatula's for. Yeah. What about that image that you said, and then the quote, "Cooking is love made visible," under it?
Oh, that's perfect. I would buy one.
I would buy that. All right, I'm going to see if anyone in the office can draw.
I was going to say, let's just get someone else to do it. Deanne, what is your suggestion for the spatula?
I'm thinking hard and soft-boiled egg recipe. So just put the timing.
I like
recipe on it, Deanne. That's excellent.
Yep, I think that'd be perfect.
And I can just type that out and copy and paste it.
Yep, because I can't draw either, so...
Isn't it terrible, Deanne? And I bet you went to school with people that could just draw like Donald Duck and all that stuff, and you just felt so hateful of yourself.
Yep, exactly.
I know, and nothing changes. Deanne, that's really smart.
That's good.
A recipe.
This is embarrassing. I still Google like how to boil an egg and stuff. So having it just there and there is quite practical.
That's
and
really
easy.
smart.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, Michelle, what have you got for me?
Okay, this is a bit obscure compared to what we've just heard. It's a caricature of Murphy and his Kong.
Michelle, what happens if you're really whipping that cream?
Just side by side. By side.
Okay, side by side. Just a very good distance between the two of them. I think that's wise.
Very much so.
All
very
right.
much so.
Guys, thank you so much. You've helped me so much. I'm going to absolutely use one of them.
We need an update tomorrow at this time on what you did.
Okay, sir.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Chrissie's Quizzy.
Oh, yes. A Money Can't Buy prize, the bum bag. You are playing for it, Taylor.
Wow, thank you so much, Chrissie.
Yes. And you are also playing for it, Amanda.
Hello, how are you, Chrissie?
I'm very good, thank you. Were you even aware that this is the stakes?
Yes.
Good,
yes,
good. I'm glad. All right, ladies, your name is your buzzer. It's the best of 5. It's super easy, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game and will walk away with a aforementioned Chrissie Swan Show bum bag. You can't buy them. Please stop asking. All right, Taylor and Amanda. Question number 1. Andy Allen, Melissa Leong and Jock Zonfrillo are judges on which TV show?
No idea.
Wow!
Come on. Chrissie Swan was on this very show.
What if I said to you, Matt Preston, Gary Megan and George Columbaris are judges on which...
Taylor.
Yes, Taylor?
MKR? No?
Oh my God, Channel 10 will be rolling in their
MasterChef.
It's MasterChef.
No points to anybody there.
Oh my God.
Just shame.
Question number 2. I did not see that coming.
Nor did I.
There was some news surrounding Hugh Grant today. What was it?
Taylor,
Yes, Taylor.
he'll be an Oompa Loompa in Willy Wonka.
That is correct. Oompa Loompa Dumpity Doo. I've got another puzzle for you.
I feel like he should have said no to that gig, but anyway.
I thought it was a joke when I was there. Question number 3. You're in the lead, Taylor. Gorgonzola is a type of...
Taylor,
Yes, Taylor?
cheese.
Yes, correct.
2 to Taylor,
And it
0
stinks.
to Amanda.
Oh my God, it stinks like belly button.
Do you often sniff a belly button, do you?
You can't help it. You can't help it. Come on, I'm right, aren't I, Taylor and Amanda? You've smelt your belly button.
No, who smells their belly button?
Absolutely, I've smelt my belly button. It smells like... No, you got to stick your finger in it and then you smell the finger.
Oh, I'm horrified.
I'm putting that on the list to discuss later.
Okay, question number 4. This is for the win, Taylor. You could still steal it. No, Amanda. I'm disgusted.
On this day in 2016, Ed Sheeran released this song.
I guess you look happier, you do.
What
My
is
friends told me
it called?
Taylor,
Yes, Taylor, for the win.
happier.
It is called Happier. You are right, Taylor. Get that waistline ready because clicking onto it is an official Chrissie Swan Show bum bag.
Thank you so much, Chrissy.
Have you stuck your finger in
No,
your belly
we're not
button?
doing this again.
Taylor, have you?
I have not, but I know what gorgonzola smells like, and it is a piece of cheese.
You haven't lived. It's a Chrissie Swan Show. We'll be playing Chrissy's Quizzing again tomorrow for your chance at this silly bum bag.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Look, I've got a bit of a situation in my bedroom.
I really want this to be like naughty and saucy, but I just feel like it's not.
Oh,
I know you too well. It's
darling.
It's not, is it?
Well, no.
Okay.
No, it's not. It does involve underwear, though.
Right.
So I've had a very busy few years, right?
Yeah.
And kind of in the sort of in the Tetris of things that get done, organising your wardrobe doesn't even feature.
Fully agree on with that. And I've noticed my bathroom cabinet I'm the same with.
Okay.
I really need to clean that out and my wardrobe, but I just...
It's deeply satisfying once you do it, but my advice to you is don't leave it as long as I did.
Okay.
Because I've got like a wall of cupboards and they were all empty, really.
Right.
Yeah, until they weren't.
Okay.
And it would come as no surprise to you or anyone listening because you know me just as well as anyone. I'm not a very organised person in that realm.
Yeah. Chaotic Chrissie in the home's full chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's another reason why I have worn the same thing for 4 years. Because I know where this is.
Do you just sometimes not even put the activewear away? Like, is it just once it's washed and dried, you then just whack it straight back on?
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, or sometimes, like, if I take it, like tonight, I'll take it off and I'll fold it up and just put it in the bathroom and I'll rewear it.
Ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, because I'm also about minimising washing. I
Yeah.
just do a tiny bit of washing for me. 7,000 loads for other people, but I wash about 4 things a week. Right?
Okay.
So that's what that smell is. Anyway... So it got so ridiculous that I couldn't find any underpants. I didn't know where I'd put them. I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't find any
Wow.
socks. Yeah.
That's full chaotic Chrissie.
And I knew that they were there. Of course I've got underpants. But I kept on buying new underpants and then putting them in a new location. I thought, no, you've got to stop. You've got to stop and you've got to get a system. It's even hard for me to say.
Wow. Did you have to Google how to do that or what that was?
Yes, I did.
Did you actually Google that?
I actually
Wow.
did. How do I organise myself? And then I reached out to somebody online because did you know that it's mainly women. It is always women, I think. Their whole job is to organise your space.
I've seen influencers do this, like posting their wardrobe organisers, coming in and doing it and like labelling tubs, etc.
I know. And I love the idea of that. And so I reached out to someone called like Tidy Mind, Tidy Face or Tidy Space, Tidy You or whatever. And I was like, desperate. And it was the closest I've got to how I would be like on online dating.
Right.
Just desperate. And I was like, oh, hi, can you help me? And they said, yes, we'd love to help you. And then they told me what I had to do to prepare.
Oh, and that would be too much for chaotic Chrissie.
Way too much. So then I was on my own.
Oh, no. So have you just left this person hanging?
Yeah, I said, I'm sorry, I can't possibly I can't make myself that vulnerable. You can't see this. Like, you can't.
okay.
Thank you for telling me that you can't see this.
It's a polite decline.
So what I did was I tootled around a bit and I learnt what I could, and I bought some plastic tubs and I pulled everything out of my wardrobe, everything.
Oh, that would have taken you forever.
Oh, no, that was the quick part. Then I had to sort it into T-shirts, denim, nice shirts and jackets, and what's the other one? Jumpers and pullovers.
See how satisfying that is, though, being organised and tidy like that?
Yes, but I still haven't thrown out a single thread.
Okay, so what's happening? It's all just sitting in the tubs.
Yeah, no, I'll think about it in 5 minutes.
No, where are the tubs, though? Are they all over your bedroom?
Yeah.
No!
Yeah, but they're empty now. No, they're empty. Because I've put all the stuff in the drawers and I counted, I have 71 pairs of underpants. I'm okay for underpants. It's the Chrissie Swan
You're
Show.
nuts.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Chrissie's clickbait.
Early this morning, I saw some very disturbing footage.
Oh, what?
It was a man. I mean, look, he's got no dress sense. That would offend you.
Already. Move on.
He's in Adelaide, in a suburb called Marion. Again, not offensive. But he is on a travelator at the supermarket.
Barefoot, for starters, can I add?
He's got no shoes on.
I mean, what kind of human being goes into a supermarket barefoot? I don't get it. I never will and I never have. Like, don't you
What
get
about
scared?
in the height of summer, though, and it's so great and you just jump out of the car and
Don't try and defend it.
go and get a splice, get a frosty fruit,
I was about to say,
Calippo.
at least put a thong on or a slide.
Yeah, look, I'm going to have to... Yeah, I agree with you.
In a supermarket,
I
come
want to
on.
disagree, but that is inappropriate.
Yeah.
But that is the least of this man's worries because he's torn open the top of a bulk buy supermarket brand chicken drumstick. Not cooked, raw, like the ones that you turn into a coq au vin or something. And he's eating the drumstick as if it's cooked. Now, I love a cooked drumstick. That's the first thing I go to with a roast chook. But this is out of a plastic container of a bulk purchase of raw chicken drumsticks. Like it would have that sort of filmy pink juice in the bottom and that pad, like a sanitary...
The white pad.
The white pad, it would all still be there. Jack, why?
And imagine the feeling on your teeth biting into that rubbery flesh.
And also, they've still got fat on them. They've got that weird, gooey, white, pimply chicken fat.
He bought a pack of 6, and this photo only shows him eating the first one. Do you reckon he gnawed into the other 5?
Jack, why?
A packet of 6 too. Come on, man.
Are we overreacting? Like, people eat raw stuff all the time. I love sashimi and...
Yeah, but you can't eat raw chicken, can you?
Well, I don't think
Isn't that the biggest
can.
no-no ever?
I feel like, yeah, if it's too close to the bone or something, you can die. I mean, I'm going to call him Sam.
Okay.
Salmonella. All right, now you've got a story for me. Look, if you can explain this, 132410, this raw chicken thing, is it a thing or is this man having some sort of episode, which I'd be sad if that was true, but it would explain a lot.
I'm thinking so.
Let's talk Kim Kardashian. Your girl.
Yeah, she's done an interview for Time 100 at a summit, and she was asked about her work as a lawyer, and she's passed the baby bar. She's going to pass the actual bar next year or the year after. But I just love the reporter asking whether she'd ever give up cameras to pursue a career in law.
Would you ever consider a life without the cameras?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot that's always on TV, but I think my friends and my family know we really cherish a lot of our private times. I would be just as happy being an attorney full-time and doing that.
Bullshit.
Really?
Not a chance she would.
I think she would.
No way. That's so easy to sit up there and go, yeah, I'd give up the cameras. I would. She would not. She would miss it so much.
I think
The attention.
I think she is ready for the new phase.
You reckon?
Kim 2.0, 3.4.0, 5.0.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
I've got to share with you the fact that my neighbour hates me. And a lot of people have to deal with this. You know, it's in close proximity, you do the wrong thing. A lot of it's got to do with wheelie bins or whatever. Some people are generally quite confrontational. I'm not. And I've been quite lucky in my life, Jack, in that I'm fairly easygoing. So actually when someone has an active dislike of me, I find it sort of thrilling.
I live for it. And also you're in a different sort of category because you don't know, you might not know, but they might not like you because they don't like you on the radio or they don't like you on TV. Like, do you have to sometimes differentiate whether, hang on, have I done something or did they just not like Chrissie Swan?
Generally, if someone doesn't like me, it's because they don't like me. Like properly me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You in the real world.
Yes. And that's the most thrilling dislike there is.
Yeah, because the other one's a bit cheap and easy.
Because I'm easy to get along with.
Yeah.
Right? So it doesn't happen my whole life, it hasn't happened very often. But it's tricky because my neighbour hates me.
Really?
Yeah. Not my next door neighbour. He's sort of across the road and, we share a street and backing on or whatever. But it started very early when I bought my house. He hates me, Jack.
How did you first come to, what was your first interaction with him that made you think this?
My very first interaction it was 5 years ago, just moved in. Peg was 4 or something in the back of the car. Little. And he came up to the side, into the window of the car and he said, "How much did you pay for it?" And I thought that was quite rude.
For the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't ask that.
Because I bought it after auction, right? So nobody knows how much you pay for it. And I was really affronted. And I went, I was nice, polite, and I said, I don't feel comfortable talking about that. My kid's in the car and...
You don't ask that.
You don't ask that. You don't ask that, do you? It's not just me. Anyway, he was very angry with me. Then he goes, well, I'll just look it up. I'll just call a real estate agent. I'll find out.
Do that in the first place, like a normal person.
I know. And I said, okay, then you can do that. But I'm not. I don't feel, that makes me feel awful. And then I tried to move the conversation on because it was awkward. And he said, and I said to him, anyway, look, have you lived here a long time? He goes, 15 years. And I said, is it a nice place to live? He goes, I'm not telling you that. You can find it out yourself. You can work it out yourself.
Oh, he's angry.
Yeah. So he hated me right from that moment. And I was like, okay. I go, okay, then, fine.
That's where we're at.
And that was that. Then, annoyingly, I just absolutely gave him a wide berth. Had nothing to do with him for a few years. And it's not that I'd forgotten that interaction, but I get over things very quickly. I'm not a grudge holder. I don't hold grudges. I assume that most people don't, particularly over something like that.
Especially when you don't even know the dude.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I thought maybe what would have happened is he's gone home angry to his wife and said, that woman won't tell me how much she wanted a house from. And then his wife might have said, that's a bit of a rude question. You're in the wrong reg. Right? Yeah. So I just assumed that that's what had happened. It hadn't. Anyway, so annoyingly, my cat decided...
Also hates you.
My cat hates me. So my cat, Bobby, just decided that he didn't want to live in the house anymore. We did some renovations and it was annoying for him and he just had jack of it. Yeah, jack of it. And I would see him around occasionally. Turns out of all the houses that Bobby had moved into, it was...
It was old Reg's.
It was into the neighbour that hates me.
Oh, and has he realised it's your cat, do you think, at this point? Or he was just willingly taking in a random stray cat?
No, he didn't realise it was my cat. So I'm out in the back street and I see him holding Bobby. And I'm like...
It's my baby.
I know. And I'm like, this is... And I just assumed that, all of our grudges had gone.
Yeah.
And I said, this is such an awkward situation because that is my cat and he's chosen to leave the house and I don't know what to do with it. And he looked at me, Reg, holding this beautiful cat who I love. And he just looks at me and he chose violence. He could have been nice, but he didn't want to be. And he just goes, it looks like he can't stand you either. And frankly,
I love it.
I've got to pay it. I've got to pay it. That was irresistible.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.